Howdy folks, Old Double J here, and a question I've been getting a lot is, how do you get the nuts out of the husk? Hopefully, if all the equipment works like it should, I'll be able to show you how we process the nut clusters to remove the in-shell nuts from the husk. First, I have some dried down nut clusters to bring in and fill the buffer tank we use in preparation for husking. We dump everything into the large buffer tank because it's simply easier to scoop out 5-gallon buckets from the tank than from the 55-gallon drums or the black tubs. Okay. That's gonna do it. So we are gonna fire this bad boy up and see how it does. Hot damn, okay. First, we're gonna fire up the husker. Next, we're going to fire up the blower. And finally, let's see if the belt works. Yes! All right. So we got the air, we got the belt, we got the husker. Let's put some nuts in this bad boy and see what happens. So far, so good. There are three main components to the entire system that takes us from nut clusters to clean in-shell nuts. It starts with the husker, which breaks apart the nut clusters and removes the dried involucre, or husk. We feed 5-gallon buckets into the hopper of the Super Squirrel Husker, and it just devours them and spits out a mix of in-shell nuts, dried husk, which I'll refer to as chaff, and then nuts that did not get removed from the cluster and still have some of the husk attached to it. Now this all goes through the air aspirator, which sucks up the light chaff and any of the blank nuts. The heavier nuts and unhusked nut clusters drop onto the belt, where they're separated into clean in-shell nuts that are collected in tubs and will eventually go into 55-gallon drums to dry. Now, nut clusters that didn't get broken up and husked in the Super Squirrel will get run through again more aggressively to hopefully break some of the clusters apart and remove the husk pieces, thus recovering some of those nuts for cracking. Well, it's just before midnight here at Nut Haven, and we finally got everything put together. The husker's working real well. We got the air system set up with all the different hoses. We got the belt operational and dialed in, so it all appears to be working pretty good. So we're going to be doing some husking here, and we got it done just in time. Wanted to certainly show that for the September 22nd North Iowa Agroforestry and Hazelnut Field Day. Hope to see some of you there. So this will be part of that field day. We'll be taking a look at the Iowa Joint Performance Trial here in Fenton. and then we'll be looking at some of the husking equipment there, how we can get our nuts husked so we can get them to the nice round in-shell nuts. And then we'll be going over to Hazel Acres, and there we'll see the dry-in bin and some more of the plants that were planted back in 2005, the original planting there, and then we'll have a little lunch. So hope you can make it for the North Iowa Hazelnut and Agroforestry Field Day on September 22nd, brought to you by Trees Forever, the Iowa Nut Growers Association, Healthy Harvest of North Iowa, Hazel Acres, and us here at Nut Haven, where nuts roam free. Good night, everyone.